Spicy zucchini boats. Man, it's summertime and everybody that grows zucchinis has a plethora of them. So here's something new you might want to try. So these are zucchini I bought at the store. However, I washed them really good because you never know who's been touching them or whatever. So I washed all the fingerprints off, dried them, and now I'm just going to cut the tips off both ends, the blossom end and the stem end. Super important. You can't forget this step. So once I get those, I'll throw those ends away because they are no good to us whatsoever. Now we're going to split them right in half. Just split them long ways, and now we're going to create the boats that go inside. Now, if your knife is too long, then if your zucchini is longer than your knife, just do half of it one way, and then bam, put that knife in that slit and do it the other way. Perfecto. Now we're going to take a spoon. This is just a regular old tablespoon. Depends on the size of the zucchini, of course. And I'm just going to carve it out. The center. The center is all seed and soft membrane. So it comes right out. Super easy. And then you're just going to take your spoon, and once you get all the big chunks out, you're just going to scrape it until it's smooth. Super easy and chill. Now, here's an important step that you must do. We are going to sprinkle sea salt inside the cavity that we just created. And the reason for this is a zucchini is 90% water. So this is going to pull some of that water out and make your boat more sturdy and more meaty. And it's just super good. Just put it in a colander and let it drain. I'm going to do all the rest of these and we'll be right back. Now, we're going to do a cheese and breadcrumb mixture. These are panko breadcrumbs, and we're going to do a half a cup of panko breadcrumbs. To that, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. And if a big old clump comes out like it always does, just reach in there with your flesh mitts and bash it up. Bam. There you go. So a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. And then about a teaspoon of basil. This is dried basil. My other basil that's growing is not big enough to use yet. Or I would have used the fresh. Now reach in there with your flesh mitts again and just give that a good little quick stir. And let's move on. This is a pound of spicy Italian sausage. You could use regular, but this is spicy zucchini boats. So 20 minutes later, look at all this water that's collected in there. So I'm going to take a paper towel and I'm going to wipe it out. And what I'm doing besides getting rid of the moisture, I'm getting rid of excess salt. Now you're going to have some on the outside too because, I was touching it with my fingers and they were salty. So the outside will also be a little damp too. So you want these to be dried out. Not bone dry, but you want them to be not having any water inside them. Once that's done, take your panko and your Parmesan mixture and sprinkle just the smallest little layer on the bottom of the boat. We're going to use more of this later. If you like this video so far, may I ask that you give me a thumbs up? Please and thank you. Also, consider subscribing. This is one of those meals that comes together. It's all in one. You got your veg, you got your meat, you got your dairy, all in one. You don't have to make anything else. Next, we're going to pack it full of spicy Italian sausage. This has been cooked and drained. So, it's pretty much, the fat has been rendered out of it. But what's left behind is just this spicy Italian sausage, which tastes so great. This is one of those meals that come together very, very fast, any weeknight, any weekend, and it's light. It's not heavy. That's one good thing about it. I'm trying to eat lighter. Not less, mind you, just lighter, to where I don't hate myself when I'm done with dinner. That kind of stuff. So I have all of these boats filled with Italian sausage of the spicy variety. Now I'm going to top them with mozzarella cheese. And don't go light on the cheese, for crying out loud. Just put a bunch of it on there. Cover the whole shebang, and it'll all melt down into ooey gooey goodness and be so delish. I mean, who wants less mozzarella cheese? Once that's done, take your panko and your Parmesan and sprinkle it on top. Be liberal. It's going to create this crunchy, cheesy layer on top. So you have all these textures going on. You got the crispness of the zucchini, which still tastes like a vegetable. You have the meat, you have the cheese, and now this crispy little burnt topping. Man, it covers all of the bases, I'm here to tell you. So we're going to put this in the oven at 375 degrees. And 15 minutes later, booyah, this is what you get. Doesn't that look delicious? And this is just 3 zucchini. We ate exactly 3 of them, so we have lunch tomorrow. Super light, super tasty. Let's cut us off a piece, shall we? And of course, who's the taster? Me, yours truly, because it's good. And, oops, I dropped it. So into the mouth it's going to go, and yum city. You will see the smile on my chewing face. Num, 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 num. Clap, 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 happy. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching, and you have a wonderful day. Happy summer.